Hi and welcome to this guitar lesson video. Today I'm gonna show you how to play Bored to Death by Blink-182. The song is divided in 4 parts. We're gonna start out with the verse, followed by the pre-chorus, then the chorus, and then the bridge. The first chord you have to play is an A, and you play this rhythm. You start out with the A string, played empty. Then you put down your ring finger again. And then you put your index finger on the first bar of the E string. Then you lift up your middle finger. Then you play the A string. And then back to the D string. Okay? So the last chord is a switch between the D and the A string. You play D, D, A, D. And that's the verse. Then comes the pre-chorus, which starts pretty similar. So you just play the A power chord. And then you switch up again to the C with your middle finger. So you play the third bar of the A string. And then you start out with your little finger on the fifth bar of the D string. Switching to your ring finger on the third bar and your index finger on the second bar. It's just this. And back to the ring finger. And then comes the last chord, which is an F power chord. You just put your index finger on the first bar of the E string, your ring finger on the third bar of the A string, and your little finger on the third bar of the D string. Altogether, it should sound like this. If you want to, you can make a little slide in the end, because that's what the bass guitar does. I'm not coming home. The chorus has 4 chords, which is a C, G, A, and F power chord. So you play the same chord, you just switch it up. I'm only gonna show you where to put your index finger, because you will take your little finger with your index finger in the same distance. Alright, so you start out with your index finger on the third bar of the A string and your little finger on the fifth bar of the D string. So that's the C power chord. Then you go up 1 string and play the same thing on the E and the A string. Then you slide up 2 bars. And then you slide down 4 bars. To the first bar of the E string. The guitar is a little bit more rhythmic than usually in Blink-182, so you don't just play it through like... But if you're a beginner, you can play like this. It's not wrong, it would just sound the same. Save your breath, I'm really bored to death and fading fast. But if you want to play it like Matt Skiba does, he plays it like... You just lift up your fingers, but you don't lift them up all the way. You keep on blocking the strings. Okay, that's the verse. Then we come to the bridge. You have to think of the bridge as a 3-chord bridge. So it's the C power chord, then the F power chord, and then the G power chord. But what they do is they add a little more tones. So you start out with a C, and then you have to slide down one bar, but only with your index finger. And you keep your little finger on the 5th bar of the D string. Okay? And when you switch up to the F power chord, you play the E string empty first. And then you put your finger down. And then you do this again and switch up to the G power chord, which means index finger on the 3rd bar of the E string and little finger on the 5th bar of the A string. The important thing with the switch is that it's only the 3 last hits of the previous chord. So you count to 3. 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And when you play this for the last time in the bridge, you just play it pump muted. And without the variation. And that's it. That's the 4 parts you need to know to play Bored to Death by Blink-182. Thanks for watching this guitar tutorial. Leave me a comment which song from Blink-182, Ava or Boxcar Racer Plus 44 you wanna learn next. And press like if you liked it. See you around.